Yes, I know it is January and I still have my Christmas decorations up, but that's because I pre-filmed this video, so get over it. Okay guys, so I've never done this video before and I'm really excited to do it, so as you can tell by the title, it is my top 5 favorite foundations. It's 10, but that's 5, so 5. Most of them are actually drugstore. I think there's only one high-end, and I think that's really awesome. I like all of these products for different reasons. I think I've actually done a full review on each one of them, so I'll leave all those reviews in the description box along with my whole review playlist if you're interested in anything else I've reviewed. Before I get into it, I just want to let you guys know what I like in a foundation and what kind of skin type I am. So if you are completely opposite, then this might not be helpful, or these might be ones that you should steer clear from. My skin type is combo, so completely, totally combo. My T-zone gets pretty oily around my jawline, it's super dry, I have really bad acne scarring, and I do break out very often. So my skin's just pretty much all over the place, so I need something that's going to do everything and be very versatile for me. I do like medium coverage. I definitely don't want full coverage. I don't like the look of like Estee Lauder double wear. It looks good on other people, but for me, I just like more of a lighter kind of coverage. I want things to look natural. If you can see my imperfections, it's fine, as long as they're not like in your face, like here's my giant zit, you know what I'm saying? I'm also going to do a favorite concealer review. If you guys want to check that out, I'm going to do that soon, so subscribe to stay tuned if you're interested in that. But these are my top 5 favorite foundations, so let's get started. So this first one is the newest one I've discovered, and that is still pretty new. I've still only heard like 5 people talk about it, and I did a full review on it. Like I said, I did a review on all of them. I'll link that one right here. And it is the new Maybelline Fit Me Matte in Poreless. Now the original Maybelline Fit Me, if you were turned off by that, don't be turned off by this. They're completely different. That one was super oily and just kind of the basic kind of drugstore foundation, if you ask me. This is amazing. Best drugstore foundation probably ever. Out of all the things I have here, I think I like this one the best. I have only been using it for about 2 weeks now, but I'm obsessed. I'm wearing it right now, and you can watch that whole video. I did the application and everything. I'm obsessed with this. The only complaint I have is it's not a pump, but you know, it's not a huge deal. It's not like, you know, I'm not gonna buy it because of that. It's only about $6, which is amazing. I'm sure around the country it's different prices than by me, but around me it's only about $6, which is great. Even anything under 10 from the drugstore I think is really fantastic. I don't know how many good things I can say about it. It says for normal to oily skin. I do think that if you have dry-ish skin and you like a matte finish, you might like this, but it can be a tad, not drying, but it's matte. It's a natural matte finish, so it's not going to make you look like flat completely. Like the Rimmel Stay Matte was super matte. This is more of like a natural matte in my opinion. It covers very well. It's definitely medium coverage, medium to full. I'd say you can build it up a tiny bit, but I wouldn't do it too much because it does have that matte finish and you don't want it to look cakey. It's so smooth. My skin feels so soft. It blends so easily. I think the best way to use it is a beauty blender. I use knockoff beauty blender, damp, and I think that's the best way. I tried it with a brush and I just didn't like the finish as much and it didn't seem to last as long, and I just really love it. Like I said, go check that review out if you want to hear more about it. But if you have oily skin, this is going to be your new best friend. If you have oily skin but you don't want your skin to look so matte, but you do want the oil to be controlled, I definitely recommend this. It lasts about 7 hours for me, I think, without going really oily or anything, and I'm just so obsessed with it. It lasts all day, it looks really good, the coverage stays, doesn't oxidize. And yeah, if you have any questions about these though, then ask them in the comments. You know, if I don't answer them in this video or you can watch the review or something like that, I definitely recommend this. It's brand new and it's amazing. It's so good. So definitely recommend this. This is probably my favorite out of all of them right at the moment. Next, what would be my next favorite? My next favorite is going to be this one, which like I said, also a full review on. I'll link it over here. CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. This was talked about a lot when it first came out. It is really great. I love it. It's in a squeezy tube. It's also 1 fluid ounce. I think everything I'm showing here, one of them I think is a little over a fluid ounce, but it's a fluid ounce. It's also really great, I say, for oily skin. It's also pretty good for any skin type actually. This one is a little bit less matte than the other. This is more of a natural finish. Really same kind of medium coverage idea. Lasts really long. Good coverage, everything. I don't really have anything bad to say about this. I wouldn't say it clings to dry spots, but if you have really dry skin, this probably isn't going to be your go-to foundation, but I think it's good for almost all skin types except for extreme oily and extreme dry. But it lasts really long, it's a really good consistency, blends really easily, looks really good all day, and really no complaints. So yeah, check out that review if you want to hear more and you're interested in this little guy here. Also, this is also only about $6-7, not even, so another good priced one. Next is one that I liked last year a lot. I discovered this about a year ago. Rimmel Match Perfection, another glass jar bottle thing, and that's kind of annoying, but you can get over it. It's very good. I really like it. Definitely I think has the most full coverage out of all the products I'm going to mention in this video, so if you're more of a full coverage gal, this might be the one for you. These are just, I think these are really great. A lot of people say this is a dupe for the NARS Sheer Glow, which I think is great. I really like it. This does have SPF in it, but the other two I just mentioned didn't, by the way, if you were curious. But this does have an SPF of 18. It applies really nice with a brush actually, and also with a beauty blender and with your fingers. I think that my fingers is my favorite way to apply this one. Very liquidy, probably most liquidy out of all the ones I'm going to mention. At $4 too, so it's the cheapest I think out of all the ones. If you're looking for a cheap option, you like a really good drugstore foundation, I think this is like one of the more classic drugstore foundations that's pretty popular. I never hear that many people in the US talk about this actually, but in the UK everyone seems to really love this. It does say light perfecting radiance, but I don't really get that. This is probably out of all the ones I'm going to mention also you can see the most on your skin, so even though it's a natural finish, I'd say if you like get up close, like you can see that you're wearing foundation the most of this one, if that makes sense. But it is a good drugstore like solid foundation, if that makes sense. Always gonna be like one of my like staples I have to have, you know what I'm saying? Next is my only high-end one, and this is the It Cosmetics CC cream, which is amazing. I've talked about it a bunch. I also did a full review on this. It's obviously pretty expensive, $38, but if you love a medium kind of light coverage, you want like a BB type product that's really good for your skin but isn't gonna like make you feel like you have foundation on if you're not into foundation, if you're just getting into foundation, you just want a little coverage, you're young or you're older and more mature and you don't want too much, you know what I'm talking about? This is amazing. Out of all the BBCC type products I've tried, I'd have to say this is really high up there, like really like probably, you know, number one, I'd have to say. I don't think that this is not good for anyone. Like, I have really pretty, like I said, combo skin. I have a lot to cover and I really love it. It's great to apply with your fingers. I wouldn't apply this with anything else really, just because the coverage of it, you don't need a brush or a sponge to make it look really perfect. I also got this for my mom, and she obviously has a different skin type than me, and she really loved it. I think that it's great for anyone who wants a little bit less coverage than the other ones. It is obviously more pricey. You can find a mini one of it if you want to try it out. It also for like $10 I think. It has SPF 50 in it, so it's really probably good for the summer if you like SPF in your products. I think this is a fantastic CC cream, and I'd highly recommend it. Now my last one is a BB cream, probably the only BB cream I've tried that I'm obsessed with. I did mention, I did do a review on the Dream Pure BB cream from Maybelline, which I do like, and I'll leave that review in the description box as well, like I said I would. But this one is probably my favorite like drugstore BB cream product ever, and if you've watched my channel for a while, you probably know what it is because I was obsessed with it last summer, or the summer before last summer. It is the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Eventone BB cream. This is the one in medium dark. They do have a light one, but that's like really white, so if you're in the middle, like medium skin tone, you might want to buy both and then mix them. They're about $10, so it is more on like the priciest side of drugstore, and they are really hard to find. This is going to be a really hard product for you guys to find. You can buy it, I believe, on Amazon. If you're lucky, you can find it at some Walgreens. What you really have to do is just search online Walgreens and see if they have it in your local one, because I had to go to like a Walgreens a couple like towns away to find it. But it is definitely the best drugstore beauty cream out there in my opinion. It has really good coverage, it looks really good. The review I did on it, oh my god, that was so long ago, but it's a really popular review just because I don't think many people know about this product, and if you can find it, definitely get a hold of it if you like kind of a lighter coverage in the summer and you just want something that's really nice and good for your skin. This smells amazing. It's like cocoa butter. It's amazing. If you like cocoa butter, you're like it. It's probably the thickest of all the products I'm showing you in this video. It comes out quite thick in this tube. I do like that it's in a tube. It is 1 fluid ounce, and the one that was more than a fluid ounce was this one. It's was this It Cosmetics. This is 1.08, so not that big a difference. But by the way, this I didn't say, I'm so organized, has a pump. It's a squeezy tube with a pump, so that's just really nice, I think. Anyways, back to this one. I love this. I haven't used it in a while just because the dark one is so dark, and I obviously am super pale, but I'm thinking about getting the lighter one and mixing them. This lasts a really long time. I would recommend applying it with your fingers. Once again, I just think any kind of BBCC product is better with your fingers. This has tone enhancing pigments in it and mineral pigments, whatever that means. Has SPF 15, and I just think this is a really fantastic product for summer. I wouldn't really use this, I feel like, in the winter. I just feel like in the winter I wear a bit more makeup, more matte look, more, you know what I'm talking about? In the summer, if you want like just a nice light coverage, really natural looking look, it's gonna be great. If you want to have some coverage while you're outside in the summer and you want a little bit of SPF and stuff like that, you don't have too much to cover, or even if you have acne or something and you don't want to wear a bunch of foundation, especially in the summer when it's gonna melt off you anyway, this is just an awesome product. It can get a little oily in your T-zone, but everything does in the summer, doesn't it? I don't know. I just think it's really great. When I was going through to pick my top 5 for this video, I almost picked something else, but then I just grabbed this because I know I love it and I wish I could use it. I wish there was more shades. I wish it was more readily available. I think it's one of the best products, like kind of like those hidden gems at the drugstore products. I definitely recommend it to anyone who's looking for like a really good drugstore BB cream. And that is it for this video. I feel like it went a lot faster than I planned, but I'll probably like go back and like edit it and it'll be like 25 minutes. That always happens. I hope I gave you guys some recommendations or some things to steer clear of. I don't know what your skin type is, but I hope this was helpful for you. Like I said, if you have any questions about any of these I did not answer, then leave them in the comments, or go check out the reviews I did on all of these products and my whole review playlist if you want to find out about anything else I didn't mention here. And I think that's all I have to say today. So make sure you check out all my social media things in the description box. Give this video a thumbs up if you did like it and it was helpful for you, and let me know what other videos you want to see soon, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Yum, grapes. Okay. I don't know, I like all of these for different... I just think this is a fantastic product. Fantastic. Grapes are delicious.